Hello and welcome to the Auto Loons YouTube channel, and we are back with another episode of Small Cars, Small Reviews. Today we have a debut of another diecast manufacturer on this channel, and this one has been around longer than Hot Wheels. It's time for a Matchbox car, and the model that forced my hand to make the purchase was this one, the Volvo P1800. I recently got interested in this car because of a newer unveiling called the Cyan P1800. That introduced me to the fact that Volvo had made a cool-looking sports coupe 60 years ago, the P1800. The Volvo P1800 is a front-engined, rear-wheel drive sports car with a 2+2 seating layout. It debuted in 1960 and was a car that almost never happened. The project first started in 1957 as Volvo wanted to tap into the sports car market for the US and European markets after the commercial failure of the P1900 Roadster. Speaking in terms of timelines, the arrival of the P1800 predates the market arrival of the Ferrari 250 GT Lusso, the Aston Martin DB5, Nissan 240Z, and Ford Mustang. This car made its Geneva appearance alongside the Jaguar E-Type. If internet history is to be believed, the driving force for this project was an engineering consultant to Volvo called Helmer Peterson. By karmic coincidence, design work was done by his son, Hel Peterson, who was working under Italian automotive designer Pietro Frua at the time. For the longest time, Volvo stated that this car was the work of Frua only, but in 2009, they officially recognized Hel Peterson's attribution as the designer of the P1800. Anyway, Helmer drove one of the early prototypes to German automotive manufacturer Karmann, who could develop the tooling required to mass produce this car. Everything was set for the car to enter the market as early as December 1957. But that didn't happen, and reports suggest that Karmann didn't take the job because its most important customer, Volkswagen, forbade them from taking this job. That's the claim on the internet, and the truth could be something entirely different. But either way, the P1800 almost got shelved for good. Other German car makers supposedly did not meet Volvo's quality control standards. So finally, Helmer took it upon himself to arrange for financial backing to buy the parts from Volvo themselves and then market the car too. The Swedish car maker had not made any official comments regarding the P1800, which was still in project stages as far as they were concerned. But after a sort of press release that got leaked to the public, the secret was out, and in the end it reignited Volvo's efforts to build the sports car and then reveal it to the public at the Brussels Motor Show in 1960. The company ended up working with Jensen, whose production lines were said to be underutilized at that point in time. Reports say that the deal was to produce 10,000 cars at Jensen in the UK. That deal brings us to the model right here. It is a glorious, glorious thing. I mean, it's got everything classic 1960s about it, especially the design. That sloping roofline, the smooth, clean lines, which I think on the Prussian car were in like a chrome fit. These character lines that run from the headlight till the rear wheel arches, and of course these retro-styled wheels, and even the simple, elegant 60s grille design. It just makes modern grille design seem unnecessarily overcomplicated. Also love this little detail of the protruding badge on this 1/64 scale model. It also had these subtle tail fins, which are kind of like reminiscent of those massive Cadillacs from older eras, which add a little sportiness to it without actually needing a spoiler. The Volvo lettering across the back is also a nice touch for this model. And you can also see the little key for opening the boot lid and the fuel filler cap on the left, that indent over there. But despite its sporty looks, the P1800 was basically a two-door, four-seater Grand Coupe posing as a sports car. It made Grand Touring more elegant without making it expensive and complicated with fast engines. It was also proof that Volvo could build something other than a family wagon. They could make something that you would want to take someone out for a date and for a nice weekend in the mountains. Volvo offered the P1800 with a 1.8-liter inline-4 that produced 100 horsepower and was made into a 4-speed shifter with the option of overdrive. Without the overdrive, the cars could reach the engine's red line, which allowed them to hit a top speed of around 190 kph, which is plenty even now. After a few years of production, Volvo ran into quality issues with the British car maker and decided to build the car at their own facility. Ending the contract shot in 1963, Volvo P1800 got an S at the end for Swedish build, and the engine was improved over time to increase output. By 1969, the car had a 2-liter inline-4, which weighed 118 horsepower. Soon after, the 1800S was succeeded by the 1800E, which featured dual injection for better performance. The final iteration of the P1800 was an estate model with an all-glass hatch called the P1800ES. But with stricter emission and safety norms in their biggest target market, the US, Volvo thought it was too expensive to redesign the small volume car and ended production in June 1973. The P1800 had some interesting claims to fame, one of which was its star role as the lead car for a protagonist in a British TV series called The Saint. The actor who played that part was none other than Roger Moore, who then went on to play James Bond. Cool, right? The show car was a white P1800 with ST1 as its number plate, and the car itself earned the nickname The Saint. Another famous Volvo P1800S is the one that holds the current Guinness World Record for the highest mileage in a personal vehicle. Its owner, Irvin Gordon, bought it in 1966 at the age of 25. By 2014, it had done over 3 million miles. By the time of Gordon's passing in 2018, his red P1800S had said to have clocked over 3.2 million miles. What do you think of the Volvo P1800? Which is your favorite Volvo ever? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. Also, check the link in the description for the Auto Loons blog where we post stuff more consistently pertaining to cool cars and Formula 1. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!